Hari Om children, Sri Ramanavami is round the corner and so it's Lord Rama season again. So many celebrations across the country. In temples we have special pujas and harikathas and music concerts and performances. In our neighborhoods we visit each other to have buttermilk and sweet panaka. And especially in our own Light of the Self Foundation, in so many ways all of us are celebrating the birth of Sri Rama. And here at Kathajyoti, we celebrate by listening to the exact story of the circumstances of Lord Rama's birth from the pages of Valmiki Ramayana. Exciting, right? So, let us start by offering our pranams to the Maryada Purushottama. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Sage Valmiki once asked Sage Narada, the Triloka Sanchari, and a great Sapasvi and a scholar of the Vedas. Valmiki asked, in our contemporary world, is there a human who is a Purushottama? Meaning, one who has the best of qualities, who is also courageous, well-versed in dharma, filled with gratitude, truthful and of unwavering resolve? Narada nodded smilingly. Encouraged, Valmiki continued, I also wish to know if such a person is noble in conduct, is compassionate to all beings, well-read, charming in appearance, self-controlled, free of anger, radiant, free of envy, and whom even the Devas fear if he is enraged in a war. O Maharshi, only you can know of such a human endowed with these attributes. Narada was delighted to hear this question posed by Valmiki. The knower of the three worlds, Narada said, many and rare are the qualities you have enlisted, O Valmiki, yet I will tell you of a human who possesses all these qualities. There lives a man, a king, born in the lineage of the Ikshvakus, known to the world as Rama. He is radiant, steadfast, valorous and self-controlled, a man of towering intellect, well-versed in niti, charismatic and a subduer of enemies. His shoulders and arms are strong, his neck is shaped like a conch and his jaws are well built. He possesses a mighty chest and he wields a powerful bow. His collarbone is well padded. His muscular arms reach down to the knees. He has a perfectly shaped head, a lofty forehead and a majestic gait. Rama is neither too tall nor too short. His body parts are well proportioned and charming. He is endowed with a pleasing complexion and he is brilliant in appearance. He has wide eyes and his physical form is appealing. He knows dharma. No, he is an embodiment of dharma. He is truthful and he always strives for the well-being of his people. He is popular among his citizens. He is knowledgeable, pure, self-controlled and eternally focused on the sublime principle. He is the protector of the living world and of dharma. He has mastered the essence of the Vedas and the Vedangas and is an expert in Dhanur Veda. He has grasped the heart of all the Shastras and he has an impeccable memory. Rama is supremely talented. He is kind to everyone and he is loved by the entire world. He possesses a dauntless spirit and is extremely competent. Just as the rivers are naturally drawn to the sea, noble people are attracted to him. He is impartial and his very presence causes delight to everyone. This noble soul, endowed with the best of qualities, is the delight of Kaushalya's heart, his mother. He is deep like the ocean and steadfast like the Himalayas. He is like Vishnu in his valor and delightful like the moon. He is like the deadly fire when angry and like the earth in forbearance. Listening to these words, Sage Valmiki was thrilled. We are also thrilled to hear the qualities of Sri Rama, isn't it? And so, Valmiki wanted to hear more and more about this Purushottama Rama. Tell me more, dear Narada, he explained. exclaimed, "Who are the fortunate parents of this extraordinary human being? Surely he must be a divine being indeed. How was he born?" And thus Narada started telling Valmiki the story of Sri Rama. And then he took a promise also from Valmiki. After you hear the story from me, you have to compose the whole story in verse form to tell to the entire generations to come. And then Narada began the story thus. King Dasharatha of Ayodhya did not have any children for a long time. He and his wives craved to have a successor for the Ikshvaku lineage. He consulted his ministers and his gurus, who advised him to perform the Ashwamedha Yajna. They also advised the king, "Invite the Rishi Rishyasringa to Ayodhya. Offer the hand of your daughter Shanta in marriage to him. In spring, conduct the Ashwamedha and ask your son-in-law to conduct the specific Putra Kameshti Yajna as the Purohita. Then you will surely beget 4 children of unparalleled brilliance, O Dasharatha," they said. So King Dasharatha was delighted to hear of this prophecy. He went with his 3 wives to the place where Rishyasringa resided, and invited him with immense respect. Rishyasringa came to Ayodhya, and after marrying Shanta, he happily lived there in Ayodhya. Then, with the onset of the delightful spring, the king decided to perform the Ashwamedha Yaga, and all the preparations began. He got the Yaga Bhumi prepared on the northern banks of the river Sariu. Then he instructed his men to carry out the rituals with care and in strict accordance with the Shastras. Then Dasharatha requested sage Vasishta himself to conduct the yajna and take charge of the entire preparations. So Vasishta appointed expert bricklayers, carpenters, well diggers, accountants, artisans, actors, dancers, as well as noblemen well versed in the Shastras in preparation of the yaga. He instructed them to build comfortable royal quarters for accommodating all sorts of citizens and visitors and kings from neighboring kingdoms. Then he made them ensure that plenty of eatables were made available for guests, and the host displayed no casual indifference at all. Then Vasishta told his people to offer hospitality to people of all the varnas as per their stature. Then he asked Sumantra, who was the charioteer of King Dasharatha, to invite King Janaka of Mithila and the Kaikeya Raja, and also King Romapada and the king of Kashi, as well as the kings of the south. Then when all the preparations were made, Dasharatha began the Ashwamedha as per the prescribed rituals. During the yajna, Brahmanas ate to their full, and so did women, children and the aged. The words of the hosts were, give them food, give them varieties of clothes. And this was heard all over the countries, in all the corner of the country. Many other yagas, including the Agnistoma Yaga, Utktya Yaga, Atiratra Yaga, Jyotistoma Yaga, Ayustoma Yaga, Abhijit Yaga, Vishwajit Yaga, and so many other yagas were also performed alongside Ashwamedha. And the king offered parts of his kingdom itself to the Ritviks, the Purohits, who gave it back to the king, considering him to be the best ruler of the lands. And then Dasharatha offered thousands of cows and heaps of gold to Brahmanas and other guests. Then after receiving their blessings, Dasharatha was satisfied for having completed the greatest of the yagas. And then he requested Rishyasringa, his son-in-law, to perform the ritual that would help him beget children. Then Rishyasringa readily agreed to perform the Putra Kameshti Yajna as per the mantras of the Atharva Veda and began the ritual. Devas, Gandharvas, Siddhas and Rishis, everyone arrived there to receive their portion of the Havis during the Yajna. This was the perfect opportunity for the Devas to put forth a request and an important matter to Brahmaji. Bhagwan, they said with folded hands, we are immensely troubled by the Rakshasa named Ravana, who is unassailable. He owes his powers to your boon, Bhagwan. He strikes fear in the hearts of all the three worlds and to all beings. The sun does not blaze in his presence, nor do the winds blow. The ocean goes still with fear when he sees Ravana. Please think of a way of eliminating this dreadful Rakshasa. Then Brahmaji thought for a while and said, upon his request, I had granted that evil man the immunity from all Gandharvas, Yakshas, Devas and Danavas. Out of his contempt for humans, Ravana had excluded them from his request. So, Ravana can be vanquished only by a human. And so the deities and the devatas and the sages were very thrilled with this. In the meantime, Bhagwan Vishnu appeared there. And the devatas and rishis, along with Brahmaji, fell at his feet, did pranams, exalted him and humbly requested him. For the welfare of the worlds we plead, O Vishnu, please manifest in 4 parts as the sons of Dasharatha, born to his 3 wives. Born as a human, vanquish Ravana in the battle, who is a great impediment to the universe but he is unassailable by the Devatas. Tathastu, smiled Vishnu and declared that Dasharatha would be his father. And thus, at the end of the Putrakamishti Yajna, a divine being of immeasurable splendor and power, dark-hued and wearing red clothes, emerged from the fire. He rose majestically, carrying in his arms a golden vessel with a silver lid that contained the divine payasa. He introduced himself as a devata sent by Prajapati Brahma himself. He said, this payasa, created by the devas, will give you children as well as health and wealth. You may offer it to your wives. With these words, the divine being handed over the payasa to Dasharatha and vanished. The king was happy, so happy as a pauper who is suddenly blessed with immeasurable wealth. He immediately offered Kaushalya half of the payasa. From the remaining half, he gave half to Sumitra and half of the leftover to Kaikeyi. And again the residual portion he again offered to Sumitra. When Vishnu was about to take birth as the sons of Dasharatha, Brahmaji addressed the Devas. The time has come. You should create powerful beings to assist Vishnu. You have to give birth to Vanaras who are as capable as you, through the wombs of Apsaras, Gandharvas, Kinnaris and Vanaris, and the women of Yakshas and Pannagas. And the Devas did as instructed. Upon their birth, Vanaras were ruled by the brothers Vali and Sugriva, who were the sons of Indra and Surya respectively. Then, after the Ashwamedha, upon the departure of the guests including Shanta and Rishashringa, Dasharatha returned to the city. As time rolled on, Rama, the embodiment of half of Vishnu's power, was born to Kaushalya. Following this, Bharata, the embodiment of a quarter of Vishnu's power, was born to Kaikeyi. Lakshmana and Shatrughna, who were also endowed with portions of Vishnu's power, were born to Sumitra. After the 11th day, the Namakarma ceremony, the naming ceremony, was performed for the newborns. Sage Vasishtha lovingly named the children, and as they grew up, the 4 brothers mastered the Vedas and were renowned for their valor. They were endowed with the best of traits. Among them, Rama was especially loved by all. Lakshmana, from early childhood, was passionately attached to him and was like Rama's very breath. Lakshmana would not sleep or eat delicious food without his beloved brother, and whenever Rama went hunting on horseback, Lakshmana followed him, alert with his bow and arrow ready. Similarly, Shatrughna was dearer than his own life to Bharata. Dasharatha was extremely delighted to have such wonderful sons. And thus goes our most beloved story of Ramayana in 7 kandas, 500 sargas and 24,000 verses, penned by sage Valmiki. Rama means pleasing, pleasant, charming, lively, lovely, beautiful. And Ayana means the journey. We are indeed blessed to hear about Rama's birth and his journey of life in the words of sage Narada and Valmiki. Let us offer them our heartfelt gratitude and also our prayers to Lord Rama for the welfare of the world. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.